Every day, new rumors and leaks about Doomsday are coming out, and honestly, the hype is now completely out of control. We all know that Robert Downey Jr.'s Victor Von Doom is set to become the MCU's next biggest threat, around whom the entire endgame of the Multiverse saga is being built. But the real question is this: will Doom challenge the entire multiverse on his own, or will he declare war on the Avengers with an elite army by his side? In today's video, we're going to talk about a crazy leak that claims Doom will arrive with a deadly team called the Harbingers of Doom. And as you've already seen in the title, Dr. Doom will not be alone in Avengers Doomsday. So let's begin. First, with a reality check. There's very little time left until Avengers Doomsday arrives. Casting news, plot leaks, and marketing beats are already dominating headlines. Every few weeks, either a new rumor surfaces, a teaser-style promo drops, or fresh details come out through insider Q&A sessions. The Russo brothers are back with this film, and their track record with grand-scale movies like Infinity War and Endgame is already well established. At the same time, the build-up towards Secret Wars is happening in parallel, where incursions and the multiverse concept will play a central role, and Doomsday feels like its direct prelude. For the MCU, this phase is not being treated as just another Avengers movie, but almost like a reset button from where Battleworld or large-scale multiversal changes seem possible. If we look at MCU history, Thanos was technically never alone. He had the Black Order handling the Avengers on multiple fronts. In Kang's case, there's an entire council of Kangs, plus variants through the TVA. This clearly shows that multiversal threats usually come as systems, not as lone individuals. In the comics, Victor Von Doom isn't just a powerful sorcerer or a genius scientist. He's a strategist who always thinks 10 steps ahead. Bringing in a character like that completely solo against dozens of heroes at a cinematic level feels slightly unrealistic, especially when the stakes are multiversal. That's why recent reports claiming that Dr. Doom will have a team capable of physically, mentally, and morally breaking the Avengers feel very logical. This is where the spiciest part of the leak begins. Alex Pérez, a well-known insider from the Cosmic Circus, has revealed that Dr. Doom will not fight alone. He will have a group called the Harbingers of Doom, who will essentially act as his generals, spreading incursions and destruction across the multiverse. The word Harbinger itself means a signal of something catastrophic to come. So these characters would literally be the first chapter of the Avengers' impending doom. According to reports, these won't be random soldiers, but some of Marvel's most iconic, dark, and twisted variants working under Doom. The rumored lineup includes names that would drive fans crazy: Captain Hydra, Maestro Hulk, King Thanos, along with Doom variants or a mix of Doom bots. First, let's talk about Captain Hydra. This comes from a universe where Steve Rogers never became Earth's greatest hero, but instead turned into Hydra's ultimate weapon. Imagine a captain with the super soldier serum, a strategic mind, but loyalty not toward freedom, toward Hydra. Now picture the Avengers on a mission to find a lost Captain America, only to come face to face with a Nazi-inspired suit bearing the Hydra symbol and a completely twisted ideology. An alliance between Doom and Captain Hydra wouldn't just be physical, it would be a psychological attack. For MCU heroes, Steve Rogers has always been a moral compass, and his dark mirror could become a weapon to shatter their faith. Next is Maestro Hulk. In the comics, Maestro is a future version of Hulk where Bruce Banner's intelligence combines with Hulk's raw power, but almost all morality is stripped away. He wipes out nearly all the superheroes of his universe, and after nuclear wars turn the world into a wasteland, he crowns himself its tyrant king. Now imagine a scenario where our Hulk, who also possesses Banner's mind and Hulk's strength, stand against him. Their clash wouldn't just be CGI spectacle. It would be pure dominance, unlimited violence, and an ideological war. Hulk versus Hulk. And in the end, our Hulk would win, finally reclaiming the title he has long lost. Finally, the third name making waves is King Thanos. The Thanos we saw in Endgame was already the Avengers' greatest threat, but King Thanos is an even further evolution. This is a version of Thanos who, even after conquering the universe, feels no guilt or regret, only boredom and an endless hunger for more power. In the comics, King Thanos continues to fight heavy hitters like Ghost Rider and Silver Surfer, even after his victories, simply because he needs opponents worthy of his level. Now imagine all of this unfolding in Doomsday, with these characters fighting on Doctor Doom's side. Just think how many opponents he would have. And if, by any chance, this Thanos comes face to face with the Avengers, he would absolutely destroy them. Because if an older, less experienced Thanos could do that much damage in Endgame, imagine what an experienced Thanos, one who has already conquered the entire universe, would do to them. The leaks also hint that the Harbingers lineup may include Doom variants or a mix of high-tech Doom bots. According to reports, the Weird Doom type tagline is signaling that Doom wants to use his own multiversal versions in the form of a hive mind or a council. Doom bots have always acted as Doom's proxies in the comics, sometimes fighting on the front lines, sometimes dying in his place, so the real Doom could remain safe and continue his grand planning. This means that in the film, the Avengers might never truly know whether the Doom they're facing is real or just an upgraded Doom bot. That level of uncertainty pushes trust and paranoia to the next level, especially when the multiverse is already unstable. If we turn toward the comics, this entire idea feels heavily inspired by existing storylines, which will be a real treat for hardcore fans. In Jonathan Hickman's stories, there's a concept called the Parliament of Doom, where Victor Von Dooms from different universes form a high council, basically Doom's version of the Council of Kangs. On the other hand, in Jason Aaron's Avengers run, we're introduced to the multiversal Masters of Evil, led by Doom Supreme, a version of Doom who has already achieved total dominance in his universe. This Doom Supreme recruits the most twisted villains from different realities, such as a Black Skull wearing Destroyer armor, King Killmonger, Ghost Goblin, Dark Phoenix-possessed Berserker Wolverine, Kid Thanos, and others, while quietly building his own Doom army. Leaks suggest that the Harbingers of Doom concept looks like a blend of the Parliament of Doom and the multiversal Masters of Evil, which makes the picture much clearer. The Russo brothers already seem heavily inspired by Hickman and massive crossover comics, so seeing a Council of Dooms, or at least a multiversal Doom strategy, in Doomsday feels completely on brand. One of the biggest issues in the MCU's current phase is incursions. When two universes collide, and either both are destroyed or one survives at the cost of the other. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and various leaks have already hinted that incursions will be central to future Avengers movies. Leakers claim that Doctor Doom will use this crisis as an opportunity for himself, and the Harbingers of Doom could act as a cleanup crew, destroying universes so Doom can use their remains to create a new world, what comic fans know as Battleworld. If Doomsday's climax is set in a TVA-like location, an incursion epicenter, or a multiversal war zone, then the Harbingers would essentially become Doom's frontline army. At that point, the Avengers wouldn't just be facing a villain. They'd be facing an entire ideology. Doom as the so-called savior of the multiverse, seeing himself as the hero and everyone else as obstacles. So the big question is this: does the idea of the Harbingers of Doom feel right, or should Marvel focus solely on Doctor Doom? On one hand, a solo mastermind Doom could be psychologically terrifying, especially with an actor like RDJ. On the other hand, in an Avengers-level movie featuring 20 to 30 heroes, X-Men, variants, and multiversal tech, having just one man physically handle everything could feel weak on a cinematic scale. That's why an elite villain team featuring faces like Captain Hydra, Maestro Hulk, and King Thanos makes it clear to the audience that this isn't just Avengers versus Doom. It's Avengers versus their worst-case multiversal nightmare, which truly justifies the title Doomsday. Now I've said everything I wanted to say, so tell me what you think. Is the Harbingers of Doom concept the right direction for the MCU? Or would you rather Marvel put the entire spotlight solely on Doctor Doom? Do you prefer a politically manipulative, solo mastermind Doom, or a general with an army of multiversal monsters under his command? Let me know in the comments. Also tell me, in your dream Harbingers of Doom lineup, which villains would you include? What twisted villain would you like to see? Or which face are you most excited to see on the big screen? Maestro Hulk, Captain Hydra versus the new Avengers, or King Thanos versus the Avengers? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends so they can enjoy it too. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss content like this. We'll meet again in a new video with a new topic. Until then, bye-bye.